Hello and welcome everybody to another Final Fantasy Arena Direct event. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are looking to try to win more booster boxes of Final Fantasy. So far we are on 3 boxes. Let's make it 5 after this one. What we need to do is get to 7 wins here in Final Fantasy Sealed Deck before we pick up our second loss. It is a very, very difficult task. I think I've probably done, 6 or 7 runs at this point, and I've won once and I got 1 box once. That's it. So, yeah, it's really, really tough to be able to pull it off, but let's try and get it done in this video. Now, before we head into the sealed, just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. TCGplayer.com is the place to go to for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Let's say you're frustrated playing these events and you just still wanted to buy a booster box of Final Fantasy. Well, TCGplayer.com is the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you need deck boxes, play mats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, they are the place to go. They also have a brand new line of curved sleeves that I highly recommend checking them out. Heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. All right, here we go. Sealed deck time. Come on. It's time. It's time we open something nice. Only 7 rares. Oh, a bonus sheet card, Teferi, Mage of Zhalfir. This is a nice one. You can play creatures as though they had flash. It is triple blue, but as you've seen, I like going blue a lot. There's also Vincent Valentine, which is an absolute bomb as well. And blue and black are the 2 colors that I like a lot. Summon Titan is also quite strong, and Squall can be nice, especially if I can splash it. So let's take a look here and see what we had. Oh, man. Well, normally I don't go white, and we went white in the last one, and we went 3 and 2. But I do have triple delivery Moogle. That is potentially a reason to go into white, okay? At the very least, if my mana allows it, and I have other artifacts to search out, I can certainly play triple Moogle Dragoon's Lance, and if I have like 2 or 3 more targets, I can still choose to go that direction. Taking a look at our blue, Ice Magic. Matoya is not really good unless you have a bunch of Dreams of Laguna, which we don't have. Our blue actually looks quite weak. Yeah. Sadly, I don't think blue might be the answer this time around. It's just not that deep. Black, my favorite color in Sealed Deck. Let's see. Hectize, Revelation. Yeah, removal, Overkill. Okay, almost certainly playing black. A lot of removal with the Vincent Valentine. So definitely liking the black. I am really hoping at this point that I do end up getting enough green cards to complement my black cards. Red, once again, looks very, very shallow. Red and white are typically the 2 colors I end up in the least. And looking at my red, it's like, what am I playing red for? Nothing. All right, going into green, we have a Gubu Gardener, a couple of Wanderings. Oh, no. Okay, so green doesn't look particularly strong either. Okay. Well, oh, that's a Shantoto. 2 Shantotos, in fact. Wow, we did not get a lot of help here from our colorless cards and our artifact cards. We do have 2 X-Deaths, though, so maybe there's a world. And also, we don't have a bunch of... We only opened 3 towns, and, opening good mana fixing is very, very important in this format to just be able to cast all your spells. So, yep, okay. I mean, this is... perhaps we do end up going black-white. I'm not sure. But let's clean this up and see what we end up with here. All right. This is going to be an interesting build. Like I said, the upside or the good thing here is I have roughly 12 black cards that I'm okay playing. So maybe we don't need as much help from the other color combinations. Taking a look at our white, the only thing that really stands out here is the triple... Delivery Moogle with a Dragoon's Lance. But noting that I actually don't have a lot of other things to search for, like fetching out a world map's pretty underwhelming. Excalibur also generally is just not going to be a good thing to fetch out. And unless I go blue with the double Sage's Noliths, I don't really see other things to fetch out for the Moogle. So that is highly unfortunate. So sadly, I don't think we can play the Moogle package. And so now we're once again kind of in this Sultai world. Golgari usually really wants to find some way to mill yourself. And we don't have a ton here, and my green is just pretty weak overall. I have a Summon Titan and double X Death, I suppose. But the Quina is not a great card either. Usually you just don't have enough ways to generate tokens. So, I mean, taking a look, it's like 3, 4, 5, 3... These are all mediocre cards outside of Summon Titan, right? And X-Death can be a fine, just filler level 3-mana creature. So then if you go the other direction, in blue, not really happy with blue either, right? Like, I don't love the Noliths. I don't love the Merchant, especially if I end up in blue-black, I don't even have a single town here that I can play. And so then I'm stuck with 7 cards, which are okay. And if you add the Lockhold, that's 8. And then for green, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 cards. Reach the Horizon also doesn't look particularly strong because I'm not really ramping into much. So all in all, this is going to be tough. And now the question is, what does our black pair better with? Our green or our blue? I mean, let's go back to the white. Is there a... Am I going to trick myself into playing black-white again? The issue is, again, almost all of my power in the white is the Dragoon's Lance and the Triple Moogle. And like I said before, the issue is I don't have enough good targets for the Moogle. Like, the first target is awesome. Like, getting a Dragoon's Lance is great. I suppose I can play a Magitech Infantry if I feel like I have enough artifacts, but I actually don't. Like, I only have 2 artifacts in white, in Dragoon's Lance and the White Aura Sight. And so, like, getting Magitech Infantry is not even particularly strong. Although, if I just naturally draw this, it's going to be so bad. I'm going to look at my red again. No help there. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is very, very shallow. And I think it's really just us deciding between blue-black and green-black. And look, and there's not like that many options here for splashing. Like, look at the lands that I have. I have a red land for splashing, but I don't have any red cards to splash. So both my red lands are bad. The only card I could consider splashing here is a Squall, which is a good card. And I probably would splash it if I do end up playing a green-black deck. But I don't think I would splash it if I'm playing a blue-black deck. Just because my mana requirements are going to be kind of tough, especially if I'm trying to play Teferi in my deck. And... Alright, you know what? Let's take a... I'm going to first look at the Golgari deck, and then we'll look at the Dimir deck afterwards. Alright, so this is the Golgari deck. It's got an okay curve. This is like never going to flip. I have a Titan, which works okay with the Golbez. I actually have no recursion either. There's the Okay, yeah, I mean, the green is just bad. I think I just have to play a blue-black deck here. And see if we can just use our tricks and get to where we need to go. Yeah, this just does not look like it's got legs. Like, I'm just playing so many mediocre green cards here, and I just don't see myself with this pool being able to get it done. All right, so this is the Dimir deck. Creature count is okay. I actually don't think the white splash is worth it here. Like, I don't even have that many cheap permanents here. And like I said, I'm trying to play Teferi, and I have a bunch of double black cards. So I just think it's probably not worth. And I'm going to play one more island and swamp. I know I have double black cards as well, but I have a Marlboro, and I have a triple blue card in my deck. So it's pretty close. I know I have more black cards, but I'm going to lean towards playing one more island here. And wow, I mean, this is also underwhelming. Like, these are all not particular. Like, all these cards on the right, I don't love, including the Nolith. So this could be another one of those decks where I don't believe, and maybe we can somehow get there. Actually, I can probably cut this creature. Feel like I need another. Like, I'm playing this Nolith just because I need 2s. Like, if you count Vein's Treachery and Syncopate, that's only 6 things to play on turn 2. So it's kind of a necessary evil type situation, right? Where I just need to play to the board. And then, I mean, Lionheart's also okay. And Final Days does count as a creature. It's 11 creatures plus the Final Days and double Nolets. So that puts us at 13 creatures. But we do have a lot of removal. And we have some number of card draw. And we have some tricks. So hopefully that's enough to get it done here. The Merchant has been good to me, so I think I'm just going to do a 1-1 split here. And we'll try something like this. I mean, I could be sitting here forever trying to figure this out, but you don't ever really want to draw 2 copies of this for the most part. You know, when you play against Town Greeters and Hektais and whatnot, it is pretty weak, but having one to turn on Vane's Treachery, sack things with the Ahriman seems nice, and the Merchant is also a nice way to find some ways to get card advantage in the late game. Final Days is a 2-for-1. Lionheart is a nice way to just kill something and then grow other creatures. So I'm going to go with this. This is certainly a slightly slower, more powerful build, given that I could be playing another Seath here. But like, I mean, this deck is certainly not powerful overall. So I will just kind of put that out there. But we will see what we can do with this blue-black. Man, even like a blue-black town would have been nice. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate all your support because access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join an awesome community of folks looking to improve at limited Magic the Gathering. Tons of good resources there. Tons of great people in the Discord. Check it out. All right, on the play here. Hey, these are my last 2 additions to the deck, and I drew them both. And, well, you know what? It's nice that I don't have 2 of these. I don't mind. Look, it's just important to play something to the board. Like I said, I think Sage's Nolets is pretty bad. But when you need a bad 2-drop, you need a bad... Like, for example, I would play every copy of, you know, Undercity Dire Rat or Hektais or Sahagins over this, but we didn't open those. You play what you're given. It's sealed deck. All right, turn 2 Nolets. Drawing land number 4 there was pretty nice because I do have a Sephiroth's Intervention and a side quest Hunt the Mark. And our opponent's on a mulligan, which is nice. Every little card is important. I mean, yeah, like, I am playing this with no towns as a, like, bad, awkward looter. Blitzball, uh-oh. That is a Marlboro. Oh! That's really cool. I can attack, and I can loot, and then, like, loot again if I want. So let's loot. That is a Lionheart. Is Lionheart going to be good here? I'm gonna say no. And then I'm gonna attack. And then... Oh, no, no! Oh, my bad! Okay, you know what? This is probably fine. It only works on the thing that's equipping it. That was, a brain fart moment for sure. I feel like casting Marlboro is probably just better in this spot, so let's just do this. Here it's like land or spell is not bad, right? All right, I'm just gonna attack with both. Oh, that's what I needed to do. Okay, so I missed out on a point of damage. I needed to This is how often I played a Nolets, by the way. I missed out on a point of damage. Okay. So my opponent should be at 12. I attack with both, then I untap the Merchant. That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, well, they use Sephiroth's Intervention on the Merchant, which is obviously fine. I like how they just have nothing. Well, my hand is amazing, so, you know, they probably have a bunch of removal. And with 5 lands in play, I don't want to cycle the Marlboro. So, let's just get them. Death of 1,000 Stings. They discarded Colosseum Behemoth? They must have Evil Reawakened, or another good 7-drop, because that makes absolutely no sense. What do you have to discard a Colosseum Behemoth? It couldn't have been called the Mountain Chocobo. Like, I refuse to believe that that's what happened. Alright, well. Yeah, you can use your removal spell on my Shiva. If you have it. Like, I don't even... I'm trying to figure out, like, what they can have. I think it's just a kill spell. Oh, okay. It's just another color. Oh, and to kill the Shiva. Sure. That is great. That is fantastic. Alright, our opponent's at 7. I have a bunch of removal spells. This Sage's Nolus has done like a gazillion damage. Man, I'm really, really sad because I feel like that 1 point of damage could have been super relevant here. I think... oh, they actually killed that? That's... I mean, sure. It's just like... it feels like they need to draw cards, but... play Final Days. I actually have creatures in my graveyard? Nice. And I still have a Sephiroth's Intervention. So they had 3 Colosseum Behemoths in their hand. That must have been the answer. That is a lot of Behemoths. That is a lot. Certainly looking okay here. If there's one thing this deck has, it's access to really good removal. Our opponent's at 7. Call the Mountain Chocobo is okay. Okay, playing a Loporit Scout. Okay. I think they're going to block both. They're at 7 life. And then we'll Marlborough them out here. And I'll keep the land in my hand. I can still play Intervention and equip the Noliths. Alright, they had a Poo-Poo UFO. And okay. They're top decking here. And if they kill one of my things, I can flashback Final Days for added value. Alright, well that worked out. Our opponent had a pretty rough deck, like Loporit Scout, UFOs and such. I mean, like I said, you can open the most ridiculous bomb-filled decks ever in sealed deck, and then you can also just open complete unplayable garbage, and you just have to know that there is definitely some variance there, and you know, play the cards you're dealt. You know what I mean? All right, we are on the play. This is a bit of a slow hand, but I'm gonna keep this. This is certainly a hand where I'm gonna be looking to cycle the Marlborough here, just to make sure that I can play my 4-drop and 5-drop on curve potentially. Although now that I drew land number 4, it gets closer. It really does. Like, I have 4, so now I have, like, 3 opportunities to draw another land. So then maybe the Marlborough is actually good. Yeah, I'm gonna actually not cycle anymore, given the fact that I drew the land that turn. Alright, Mardu. They turn 2 cycled main phase on the Moogle. Ariman, oh, Lionheart. Best Lionheart ever? Okay, not best Lionheart ever, but an extremely good one. An extremely good one for sure. We have a Resentful Revelation to potentially help us find a land, depending on what we see off of it. A lot of good options here. If I naturally draw a land, I can play Summon Shiva. That is a Lightning Army of 1 and a Tonberry. Okay, that's some... Okay. Alright, we'll cycle. Let's kill you. And attack. I mean, just kill the mythic rare, right? Can't go too wrong. Judge, Magister, Gabranth. And a Snow Villiers. Okay. Vincent Valentine. That is certainly a good one. Let's see. Kind of want to just play Summon Shiva here. Especially because this looks like the type of board where... this looks like the type of board where my opponent's going to be wanting to race me and attack me. And so, by having this in play, and if they attack me, I can draw a bunch of cards. I tap down the Villiers because I feel like there's a good chance they have a removal spell, and if they do, they'll kill the Shiva. That's just a Fang, which isn't particularly strong. One card left in their hand. If I draw a land, I can play both of these cards. They're looking at their graveyard, so they could have Fight On, I suppose. Looks like a black-white deck splashing. Oh, and that's really good with the Fang. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. I mean, they should attack with the two creatures on the left. It's not like the Shiva is gonna... Oh, wow. Okay. Let's still tap this. Okay, that's a Hectize. Certainly lots of options here. All right. They're at 13. The question is, do I want to attack with the Shiva? The answer is no. That's an Ahriman and a Lightning, presumably. And I will play out the Hectize next turn. Okay. And they're not going to attack me here. So I only get to draw the one card here, which is fine. Alright. Let's play Hectize, get the last card out of their hand. It was just a land. Okay. So they have nothing in hand. Lightning kind of is a problem. First strike, trample, lifelink. Oh, it has to deal combat damage to a player. So I can just chump this. Okay, so let's just play Vincent Valentine. They're at 10 life, so I do want to get some damage going. If they block with the Ahriman, my Vincent Valentine becomes a 4/4, which I think is quite nice. And then next turn, I can Resentful Revelation and try to find a removal spell. We do have a lot of removal, and we haven't drawn too many of them. But they do have a pretty impressive board here, so maybe attacking with the Ahriman here wasn't great. But, you know, I'm okay just like chump blocking the Lightning with Hectize if I need to. Although now that Vincent Valentine's a 4/4, actually, I can just block the Lightning straight up. So as long as they don't top deck a removal spell for Vincent Valentine, I am looking okay. Famous last words, right? Just please, just whiff. Draw an inconsequential card. Hectize? Sure. Okay, we'll just discard Syncopate here. That was an that counts as an inconsequential card. Wait, if they attack me with that, my Vincent Valentine becomes just outrageously large. Sephiroth's Intervention. Oh my gosh. So let's think about this. If I kill the Villiers and I attack with Vincent Valentine, they take a bazillion damage. All right, 13-11 Trampler with lifelink. Yep, that is what I have in play. They need to just, like, make horrible blocks here. Yeah, this is not a good spot for them. So this will trample over for 11, and they go down to 2. And I go to 35. What a top deck Sephiroth's intervention was. Alright. So they are at 2 life. They have a 5/5 Gabra. I mean, I'm just not in any danger of dying here. Cecil? Cecil is good. But my thing still just tramples for infinite. Let's take the merchant, I guess. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if I attack with everything, this needs to get blocked. Let's say by this. They can take the 1 here. And then 3, 6, 11, 12. I think this is lethal. If I attack with everything. Let me just double check here, though. Because this thing tramples. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They need to put 12 toughness worth of stuff on this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They need to put these 3 and one of these other creatures. Yeah, so I think we got this. Just because none of my stuff first strikes, so I think this is exactly lethal. Yep. Sure. 11, 12. Like, if they put this here, they still take 1 trample. And then if they block this here, they take 2 damage total. We mathed it out, friends! They go to 0, exactly. Boom. Those are those, like, instances like that is like, man, I really wish... Right, if you get that wrong, you're like, man, I really wish I spent, like, a few more hours doing a little bit of math when I was in, like, middle school. You know what I mean? Felt like one of those situations. All right. We draw the Sage's Nolets every game, but I guess that's okay, given that it's a 2-drop. This hand isn't particularly strong. Like, we don't have a lot of, like, 2-for-1 type cards, but we just need to believe in our deck here. See, this is why we played a Noliths, just to keep up with our opponent's White Mage's Staff. This card's so much better. Tidus, okay. Sure. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's play Ahriman. This was kind of close. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do here. Now, like, hopefully my opponent doesn't play, like, 2 artifacts, right? Because that would be unfortunate. Oh, it's just an Adalbert Steiner. Okay, that's good. And wait, they didn't attack me? That's a choice. Okay. Let's kill the Tidus. And no attacks. Like, I'm okay trading the Steiner here for Ahriman. Our hand is full of removal. And obviously if they use a removal spell here, they use a removal spell here, but... Dragoon's Wyvern, sure. Like, at this point they should attack me with the Steiner. Alright, let's play Lock Cole. Lock it in. Boom, 4/4. Bigger than most things that they have. Galacat, which is very good here. It absolutely is. Alright. Okay, well, I mean, this thing hits really hard, so there's that at least. And we can play offense and defense here. They're going to double block. Oh, that is really bad for them. Or you can take it, but that's not great either. Or you can do... I feel like you need to try to kill the Lock Coal here. Yep. I mean, this block makes the most sense. So, props on our opponent for finding the best line there. But we get to gain a bunch of life. And it's a fairly even board state here. So they did find a land, so Scorpion Sentinel gets to get in. What do they have in the graveyard? They have a Tidus. Okay. Wait, they're just activating this now? Oh, VNAT. That is certainly extremely strong. Oh! Getting the VNAT made it so that the Scorpion Sentinel is no longer a 4/4. Oh, and they attack me? Okay, I thought they were going to keep that back. Oh, this is excellent for us. So let's go ahead and attack. They're not going to block. So I get a loot. And then I can use Stuck in Summoner Sanctum on this if I need to. Let's discard Island. I am not going to actually play the Swamp. I don't think I need to play this just yet. Okay. Summon Shiva. Ooh, that's a very good one. Yep. All right. That is certainly very, very good. It's the thing is, it's a 4/5. That's brutal. Okay. Let's find removal. I mean, Marlboro is better than nothing, I guess. So we'll do that. We'll move Lionheart onto this so that I can block Scorpion Sentinel. And then... I'll pass. Yeah, locking down Lock Coal makes a lot of sense. Hopefully they drew like a 4-drop here. Okay, it's a tap ability, so that's good. Okay, we take that. Oh, move something. Move the staff. That way I get to safely play Marlboro. Now I hope they don't play Legends, but with my track record, like, all my opponents have always played Legends. We got a Dion! Oh, that's incredible! They must be on such tilt. We killed a Dion. What? Wow, these are some incredible draws. They found a VNAT into a Dion. Wow. Okay, so that is legitimately the best Marlboro ever, right? That is legitimately the best Marlboro ever. Okay, White Mage's Staff. Yeah, that's a fine draw. They can hit me for 2 in the air. But now I can start attacking. Vayne's Treachery is also an extremely interesting draw here. I have access to 7 mana. I don't know that I want to attack. It's a pretty interesting spot. No, I want to keep up Vayne's Treachery. Like, basically, my plan here is they're gonna move all their equipment onto the Dragoon's Wyvern. Or Crystal Fragments, I guess. And I think they're just gonna want to make a very big Flying Wyvern. Okay. We'll let it all resolve. All right, kicker here. Sack this. Oh, it doesn't work with Vincent Valentine. Oh, that's actually rough. I thought it did. Yeah, that's my bad. Wow, Sephiroth's intervention. Okay. That was an obscene top deck. Yep. I mean, this is just so much damage. Yeah, okay. You know, we got pretty fortunate. It looked like they had... They actually look like they have like a good blue-white draft deck. A bunch of artifacts, Tidus, double Gallicat, VNAT to go with the Dion. That was incredible. But we are 3-0 with our Dimir deck. Okay, Dimir is the way, I'm telling you. Dimir is just... Like, even what looks like just an okay Dimir deck, for us, it's been wildly successful. And Vincent Valentine, I haven't gotten to play with that card too much. That card is sick. Not good with Vayne's Treachery, though. Alright, opponent on the play. We have 2 lands, Ice Magic, Stuck in Summoner Sanctum, I'm keeping this on the draw. I have 17 lands in my deck with 2 land cyclers, so I feel like I just need to keep Island Swamp on the draw. Obviously, if I just don't find one of my 17 outs in 3 draw steps, you know, it is what it is. Alright, Rob on turn 2 is terrifying. If they play an equipment here, like, come on, man. Oh, that's gross. That is a start. Alright, well. Yeah. I just need to slow them down here. I mean, here's my question. Do I take the trade? I don't think so. I just take it. Summon GF if freed. Okay. Discarding a land. I guess they're interested in trading... What the heck? A green-black land? Four cards in hand. Lots of options here. Lots and lots of options. I can just freeze this in attack. Yeah, that's fine. Getting multiple attacks in with Lock Hold does seem pretty good. I don't think I'm going to have the time to cast the Revelation here. Like, all my other cards are better, and I don't want to miss my land drops. I just feel like just running out Vincent Valentine doesn't seem like the recipe for success here. What the? This was so unexpected. So they're a red-green deck? What is happening? Okay. Fair enough. Playing out the Valentine now, just so that if my Lock Cold trades with Paladin Arms, it becomes a 5/5. Otherwise, I just get a free loot. We can discard the land now because I like all the cards in my hand. So here I'm hoping that the Vincent Valentine obviously doesn't die here. Oh my gosh, Gilgamesh. Okay, they hit a Samurai's Katana. Fair enough. That is good. Most definitely good. Now, my Vincent Valentine's going to be gigantic. So there is that, at least. Oh, they get another trigger with haste? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, how lucky! Oh, that's insane. That is actually insane. Wow. Hey, look. If we lose to that, we lose to that. You know what I mean? If we lose to that, we lose to that. All right, well, we have a Gigantor Trampler. Huh. Am I okay with this trading with two things? I'm just going to attack with this, I think. That was the best Gilgamesh ever. It hit Samurai's Katana, White Mage's Staff. It hit Samurai's Katana, White Mage's Staff, and a Monk's Fist. Like, it drew them it got them 3 job select cards for free. That's insane. Alright, Galian Beast. Take us to where we need to go. They're getting a lot of value in a lot of different ways here. They have Rydia plus this GF Ifrit in the graveyard. They got the Gilgamesh thing going. They brewed up a really, really fun one. It's like a red-white deck splashing Rydia, I guess. This one's a little suspect, honestly. But the Gilgamesh is great. Just like nice red-white deck. Like, this tells me that they're playing green for something else. It's not just the Rydia. Like, you would not just play Rydia in this deck. It's like they have like a Gladiolus and something else. Fire Crystal. Okay, they cooked. Okay, but like I said, we are all in on the Galian Beast. If they like exile it in some way, we are in heaps of trouble. But if they can't kill it, well, I mean, it just straight up wins. Perforos? Okay, they don't have the loyalty just yet. If they attack me with both their creatures, they just lose. I don't know why they would want to do such things. Alright. Island. Okay. Let's play Sir Conrad. And then attack with both. So they take one from the lock coal there because the thing dies. Whenever another creature dies, okay. Blocking with this doesn't matter because they just take an extra damage. So the blocking with the one toughness creatures does not do anything. I think they figured that out. But this just tramples over for lethal, so we're good. Oh my gosh. All right, Vincent Valentine for the win. Holy cow. Vincent Valentine for the win. I actually thought, like, when they went Gilgamesh into, like, Samurai's Katana, which is very, very flavorful, into 2 more equipment, like, I thought that was it. But Vincent Valentine, obviously, on the Gilgamesh is insane. Oh, man. All right. All right. That was a sweet game. That was a sweet game. All right, we are on the play here. I'm going to keep this 2 lands, Hectize, Resentful Revelation, Vane's Treachery. So if I don't find land drop number 3 here, I can always just go turn 2 Revelation. I'm going to hold off on the Revelation. Like, I don't want to... Like, I'm going to cast this to get a land if I absolutely have to. But I would much rather cast the Revelation to get a spell if I draw land. So, just running out the Hectize here. And then just, like, seeing where things go. Now I get to play the Ahriman, which can attack through the Poo-Poo UFO. They're putting a... Okay, they're ramping. Genova? Oh! Okay. Couldn't find a land, which is very unfortunate. Do I Resentful Revelation to try to find a black source? Pretty decent chance of finding one. Like, if I don't find a black source, I still find a normal land and they just get the extra counter. I'm going to cast this because I just think missing a land drop is so bad. Lost the side quest here, but, you know, obviously casting your magic spells is better than not. Alright, our hand is Lionheart, Sephiroth's Intervention, and Teferi. The Ari Man can trade with the UFO, I guess. I mean, that's a 1/5. Oh, side quest. Never mind. Okay, we'll take one. Okay. Oh, Island was perfect. Okay. Too bad I can't just eat something. Alright, we'll take two. They might just have like a removal spell in their hand, but whatever. Just play Teferi. At least I get to get in for 3 damage. What does this say? Creatures you control have... That have flash. Okay. I don't think it's worth it to just like fire off a Lionheart rather. So let's just attack for 3. Save this for like a smaller creature. One more land, we get to play Revelation. I think there's a very good chance my Teferi dies here, by the way. Oh, gosh. I mean, look, I had to play the land. Oh, that's so annoying. Nice. They have 2 cards. This can attack through the poo-poo. I want to save the Ice Flawn for like a bigger thing to tap down here. Oh my gosh, their deck is gross. When did they have that? Unreal. Okay. Genova, Summon, Primal... I mean, we are at the point. We're at 4 wins or something? 3 or 4 wins? Where our opponents are just going to be playing busted decks. Like, yeah. I mean, what did you draw now? A diamond weapon. Okay. Sure. Alright, well. Well. I suppose I'm digging. Let's put combat tutorial into our hand. Yeah, that Hectize was savage. And the thing is, with Resentful Revelation in my graveyard, I just really didn't have much of a choice. Vincent's Limit Break on Summon Primal Ode. Okay. Alright, so our last opponent lived the Gilgamesh dream. And now this one is doing the Summon Primal, like, okay. And they get to flip side quest onto Mark. You know what? I feel like we got a little bit outgunned in this one. Just gonna say. A little bit outgunned. And you know, this is some of the stuff that you're gonna have to avoid in sealed deck. And hope it doesn't happen too often. But yeah, that was powerful. And this is just going to be far too much here for us. We're at 5 life. Let's play the rat, I guess. Let's put a counter on it, draw some cards. And we lose. Yeah. I mean, great deck, right? Genova, a side quest, Hunt the Mark, Primal Odin. Like, if you draw those 3 cards in any game, you probably have, like, with mana, you probably have, like, a 70% chance to win that game. It's very, very high. So, good beats. Double Odin. I mean, we saw in my last video, in the one, the Demir one where we went 7-0, Primal Odin, casting it multiple times. Pretty hard to lose. Pretty hard to lose. All right, we are on the draw. No 2-drops here, so hopefully they don't play something too aggressive on 2. Demon Wall is totally fine. All right. Turn 3, we have the choice between Ahriman or the Merchant. Let's see. Oh my... Oh my gosh. And they got a blue-green, the rare town. Yeah, that's a combo, by the way. Demon Wall into turn 3 Wanderings. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I can't even block it, so I'm just taking 8 damage here. And I do have to use the intervention here to kill the 4/4 death into corner by black mages. Okay. 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 This is where we are living. Let's do this. At least they missed the land drop. Like, you gotta find the silver lining here. Nope, they did not miss a land drop anymore. Black Mage's Rod, okay, so threatening a lot of damage here. They didn't move anything over. What do I want to do? I just feel like if I play this, it's just instantly gonna die. Let's put Lionheart into our hand. And let's just play... I'm at 13. Let's play the Merchant. It's just such a good use of my mana. Like, next turn I can go Lionheart plus Ice Magic if I need to. And if they want to use a removal spell on the Merchant, it's not too bad. I mean, we're taking a good amount of damage if they kill it somehow. But... well, the Phantom Train is definitely a problem. Yeah, this is a game. This is a turn where I think the play is to just pass. I don't think they're going to try to like Phantom Train me here, but we'll see. That is a Cecil. Okay, let's loot. Let's discard that. See what they do about that. Sure. So Phantom Train is now a 5/5. Okay, I did draw Stuck in Summoner Sanctum. So that is good. The problem is, yeah, I need to fire this off before I play out, like, my Lionheart. So we're just going to chill again. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Eject. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see if they go for it. The eject will happen. I'm just going to pass. Let's go to combat. Hope they don't have a counterspell, is kind of where I'm at here. Their deck looks great, though, I will say. Alright, this is fine. Okay, I'm gonna just tap this down now. Okay, alright. They have 3 cards in hand, presumably with some amount of removal. I am at 8 life. I want to get my land drops going. So I'm just gonna run that out. Heck Ties. I'll play that later. Let's play the Merchant. Just better use of our mana. And then next turn, we can play other things. Well said, Paul. We can do things! What?! They discarded Arden? Oh my gosh. Okay, so they have like Evil Reawakened or something? Cloud of Darkness. Why would you discard Arden? They have a way to get it back. This is a Cloud of Darkness for 3. I don't... This is so rough, because, like, they're gonna get the Arden back, but, like, this flyer also kills me. I have to counter it. Ugh. Okay. Well, I think we're just dead here, friends. Like, unless I can find a removal spell for this off the top. Yeah, okay. Well... Yeah. I guess we just, like... Here, you know what I mean? There's just no way they would let this happen. Like, they have Evil Reawakened. Like, why? Or Fight On, I guess? No, there's a delay here. This is an Evil Reawakened. I don't know. Well, if I'm gonna lose to Arden, I'm gonna lose to Arden, right? That sucks. It happens. Oh, it's just a Cloud of Darkness? Okay. Oh, were their hands... Was their hand just like a million Cloud of Darknesses? Is it a second Arden? Man, it could just be so many different things. Okay, we gotta tap down the Cloud of Darkness here. Let's attack. Yeah, this Lionheart has been surprisingly decent. They have 8 mana available. They're looking at their graveyard now. I mean, if they had Evil Reawakened, they absolutely should have cast it last turn. So this feels like it's more like Iridia's Return or a Fight On. Which still is not in a good spot for us at all. Of course. But this is an obscene power level. Double Cloud of Darkness in your Golgari deck. Cecil. Arden. They're going to move it over and then play the Fight On here. Oh, they did have Evil Reawakened. Okay. Well, look. In spots like this, you have been there. There are many of us who would look at this spot and just get extremely tilted. And what? I mean, I can't say that I'm not sad about what happened. But that is the nature of sealed deck. There are lots of good rares. And the only thing I can control, right? The only thing I can control is my play, right? That is the only thing that I can control. So given that, it's like I tried my best to manage the board against a superior deck, and we just didn't get there. That's all. Let's loot. I don't know. We missed. And we are about to get Ardened out, most likely. There's a Hectize in the graveyard. Yeah. We don't have a removal spell, no card draw effects. Yep. All right, and that's the game. That is the game. So we lost in a couple of unfortunate ways. This is one of those where I feel like look, all in all, 4 wins with this deck is very good. I'm very, very happy with that. We lost to an absolutely busted Golgari deck, which there was not too much we can do in that particular matchup. I don't actually even remember how I lost my other one. Oh yeah, it was a deck with Genova, Hunt the Mark, and another rare that ended up killing us. So yeah, I mean, we just lost to better decks. And, you know, the reason why Dimir, like, we still got 4 wins with this, which I think is an incredible feat. Like, I'm just happy that I won 4 games with this. And the reason why Dimir does so well is even if you do end up with a pool with a less than stellar power level, right? We had like 5 filler level cards. Certainly Vincent Valentine is very, very strong. We have the side quest as well. But Dimir just gives you the most interaction, right? You have Syncopate, you have the Vein's Treachery, you have the Overkill. Like, you just have so much removal where oftentimes you can answer whatever bombs your opponents play, and then God forbid they have another way to get those bombs back. Like, obviously, if they just have a deck with all bombs and all recursion, you're not going to win. But it just gives you answers, and then it gives you card draw. So you answer all their big threats, you draw a bunch of cards, and then you just win like with a random Marlboro or a Sir Conrad or something along those lines. Which is why I just think Dimir has just, for me, been the my highest win rate in this series so far is with Dimir, and it's not particularly surprising here. Yeah, but we're doing pretty well overall. We're at a, high 67% win rate on this, so that's good. We should be expecting a higher win rate than normal, just because we're no longer playing against high mythic players. We're just playing against average people. But that also gets counteracted by the fact that you don't have as big of a skill edge in terms of deck construction, I would say, just because drafting is a little more skill intensive than sealed deck for the most part. That's not to say there's no skill in sealed deck. It's just a different skill set. In fact, I could actually be wrong about that too. But, play your bombs, play your good cards, and then figure it out. But anyways, we were 4-0. I was hoping that maybe we were going to make another incredible run the way that we did with the other Dimir control deck that I thought was just okay. But sadly, we played against some solid opposition with really good cards, and we only ended up getting our gems back. But you know what that means? We get another attempt to win more boxes of Final Fantasy. Like I said, this isn't easy. You're going to hear people who get super lucky and they already have 10 boxes. But then you're also going to see really good players who have like 1 or 2 boxes. And it's just, there's a lot of variance because just mathematically speaking, you have to go 7-1 or better. And that is not an easy thing to pull off. But hopefully we can do that in the next video. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you can't win booster boxes of Final Fantasy in this event, I am in a little bit of a slump. Couple of events, then go check out TCGplayer.com. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.